It's time to open our eyes to a bright and promising future. We'll rise to the call of the times and create a stronger tomorrow.
Let's start to make a difference, teaching everyone to learn through science, health and technology. We will share our expertise. By promoting knowledge and policies, we can build a better world.
Let us take a stand for our visions of hope, making future plans for the people to grow in a life filled with happiness and dream. Here at SEAMEO, building the future is our legacy.
We'll achieve our goals through partnership, creating opportunities. By working hand in hand, we can accomplish all our dreams. For a better quality of life is now within our reach.
Let us take a stand for our visions of hope, making future plans for the people to grow in a life filled with happiness and dream. Here at SEAMEO, building the future is our legacy. Let us take a stand for our visions of hope, making future plans for the people to grow in a life filled with happiness and dream. Here at SEAMEO, building the future is our legacy. Building the future is our legacy. At SEAMEO,
Okay. Mr. Kap from Sachetra, Deputy Director of SEAMEO Regional Center for Technical Education Development, Mr. Suong Saron, Public Relation and Partnership SEAMEO Regional Center for Technical Education Development. Our presenters today, Mr. Sarman from SMTI Yogyakarta, Indonesia, Ms. Arni Safinas binti Arifin, Mr. Yogeswari AP Subramaniam, Ms. Nurhayati binti Abdul Hasan from College Vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia, Ms. Cynthia Belaser from Maonon High School, Philippines, and ladies and gentlemen. First of all, please allow me to comment this occasion by saying that it is a great honor for me to be part of the Technical Vocational Education and Training Network. This network, we can share and learn from experiences, good lesson learned, and best practices each other, with the hope we can level our capacity to the fullest. I'm very glad to know that our TFET network consists of school leaders, teachers, experts, researchers, and students of 71 participating schools from Indonesia, Philippines, Brunei Darussalam, Cambodia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Singapore, Laos, Thailand, and Timor-Leste. In a spirit of togetherness, willingness to share, and long life education, let us walk hand in hand to empower ourselves and become a civilized society in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, today we are learning from our brothers and sisters from Indonesia, Malaysia, and Philippines. The topics are about mechatronic system certification, incorporating green environment in inventing smart ECM, and food processing. Please, well, these topics are important and interesting issue to discuss because they can help us solve our daily problems in our community. Let us study hard and apply the lessons in our daily lives. At last but not least, we thank every party supporting and participating in this event. And on behalf of Dr. Song Hyang, Director of SEAMEO Regional Center for Technical Education Development, Southeast Asia Vocational Technical Web Banner is officially opened. Kindly enjoy your class, everyone. That's all. Thank you very much. Go back to Mr. Saron. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Indra, who is Director of Bina Inzani University, who has a very inspiring and motivating opening remark to our C Vocational Technical High School Network member in this special occasion. May I have you have and happiness. Ladies and gentlemen, before moving to the next agenda, I would like to invite all of you to, to join a group photo together. So please turn on your camera and then smile. One, two, three. Again. One, two, three. One more time, please. Smile up. The Indra smile, please. One, two, three. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Dr. Indra.
You're welcome, Mr. Saran.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next agenda, I would like to invite our
Ang ate ni mo.
speaker from Indonesia. Before starting the next session, I would like to remind you a few points for this webinar participation. For the SEAMEO, Vocational Technical High School Network, now we have established the website, and you can see some information of our network in the website of Vocational Technical High School Network.
Tanaw mo tani nga di mo kasabot kay masimpian.
Share screen? No? Okay, sorry. Again, I would like to inform some update to all school member network. Now we have established the website of Vocational Technical High School network. Some
attendance ani.
activity of our network.
Kung ano doon mo, ano lang kung pangalan.
Sorry. Could you mute, please? Yeah, you can visit the website v8sn.simotech.org. And also, at this time, I would like to kindly suggest to all network members, the school network members, especially director and coordinator, we would like to get your school profile as soon as possible, because until now, still some schools have not submitted the school profile to SEAMEO for publication. So your school profile will be published in the website, and also will be the good document and input for SEAMEO to publish to our partner for the future collaboration activities, especially in the 2021. And at this moment, I also would like to inform that we will have another international webinar on 21st April 2021. Okay, and SEAMEO will also conduct a research on need assessment for capacity professional development for vocational technical teacher and student. So please kindly be informed, and I hope you will join. And also we will talk about the 2021 teacher exchange program. In the future, we will do the need assessment and also some research. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I move to the next agenda? We will have the speaker from SMTI Yogyakarta Vocational High School, Indonesia. Yogyakarta SMTI Yogyakarta is a vocational high school that was founded in 1947 under the guidance of the Industrial Human Resource Development Agency of the Ministry of Industry. And there are 3 study programs, including industrial chemistry, analytical chemistry, and mechatronics. Our presenter from SMTI Yogyakarta, Mr. Zaman. Mr. Zaman graduated from Gajah Mada University, majoring in electrical engineering, as a Siemens Mechatronic System Certification Program Level 1, licensed instructor from Siemens AG Nuremberg in 2018. He is a senior teacher at SMTI Yogyakarta Vocational High School under auspice of the Ministry of Industries in 2004. He also teaches the mechatronics in the mechatronic department in the subject of mechatronic system and industrial robotic system. Also, Mr. Zaman is a coordinator in the field of industrial airfare to implement dual system intensive apprentice industry gas. So, Mr. Zaman, the floor is yours. Are you ready, Mr. Zaman?
Okay, Mr. Saron. Can you hear me, Mr. Saron?
Yeah, well. Mr. Samad, you can share your screen, please.
Okay. Can I share screen?
Yeah, please, brother.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Sharon, Mr. Krat, and Mr. Indra Muiz. I'm Salman from SMPI Yogyakarta. And here I will share about system approach. What is system approach? System approach is a methodological teach in German used in Siemens. Okay, I will start in here. On the first, our school is the partner school of Siemens that we get a certificate for my student in level 1. As a level 1 job profile is like this. As a Siemens certified mechatronic system assistant, will function as well grounded machine operator in a complex system with responsibility for efficient operation of equipment with minimal downtimes. He or she will carry out their work at the plant assembly sites, workshops, or in the connection with surface operation which utilize complex mechatronic system. This is a level 1 job profile as a certificate for my student in mechatronics. Okay, and also level 1 job profile, he or she will able to understand and explain the principal operation of a mechatronic subsystem in a complex system. Understand and explain how these subsystems work together. Localize malfunction, identify causes and sources of malfunction, correct malfunction where possible. Then contact the expert assistant in order to keep the production line function and to prevent production loss. Read and understand technical documents, reports, and outlines specified to the system. Perform on time and preventive maintenance. Understand and implement safety regulation required for operation the system. Okay, this is a mechatronic subsystem like this. Mechatronic consists of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science. So there is between mechanical engineering and computer science, there are modeling and mechanical engineering and electrical engineering. This is actuators, sensor, and computer science and electrical engineering. This is a process computer. So there is a mechatronic in this side. And the center of electrical engineering, computer science, and electrical engineering. So mechatronic is not a subject, science, or technology, but it is a fundamental way of looking at and doing things. So you can remember, mechatronic is not a subject, not science, or not technology, but it is a fundamental way of looking at and doing things. Okay, I will share what is a different traditional approach in teach to our student and what is a system approach. I will introduce a system approach that's used in Siemens. In traditional approach like this, if we learn about electrical engineering, for example, we must in the first we must learn about electricity, electrical quantities, and units. And the next step, engineering notation, and metric prefixes. So in the next, we will learn about current, voltage, resistance, Ohm's law, energy and power, Kirchhoff law, and then current law, KCL or KVL, series parallel, and so on. This is a traditional approach. For fundamental, for example, explanation about voltage, current, resistance, and laws. For example, the principle of electrical component, theory of measurement. This is a traditional approach actually so far we use in our school and of most of school. So what is the practical lab in our traditional approach? For example, exercise with on the single component, mostly no whole system exercise. Maybe a resistor, and then diode, or LED, and so on. So in the traditional approach, we can look at this picture. And the first, deal the theoretical fundamental first. From the top. And the next step, learn about current, voltage, resistance, and then in the top of this picture, exercise for a single component. This is a traditional approach. Is this mechatronic system? No, this is not a mechatronic system. Mechatronic system like this. This is a system approach. First, we must have a complex system. Complex system consists of many modules. Every module consists of subsystem, electrical subsystem, mechanical subsystem, and control subsystem. And every subsystem, so we can, in electrical subsystem, there are volcanic sensor, solenoid, and so on. In mechanical subsystem, we can learn about clutch, belt drive, and so on. And control subsystem, we can learn with our student digital logic or programming techniques. And this is a system approach, not traditional approach. So in the system approach, learn the theory from the system. This is a vice versa of traditional approach. System approach with learning with the system. First, complete mechatronic system is the focal point. Then select a module of the complete system. Then examine functionality of the module. Select a component of the module. Examine functionality of the component. Learn the theoretical principle of the component, characteristics, limit values, and dataset. Then evaluate sources of errors. Measurement at the component, theory and our real system, experience in the troubleshooting strategies. This is maybe simulation, action-oriented troubleshooting strategies. This is our real system in the module. Then this is a mechatronic system. So we will go back in the module. This is a system approach. So what is a system approach? This is a loop of system approach. The first, this is a system mechatronic, just one module. Then from the module, you can learn about application of component in the system, characteristic and design function in the system. You can learn, you can study, you can observe the principle, SQL principle, characteristics, limit values, sources of error. Then we must understand causes of the malfunction in the system. And also we must understand tracing of a signal flow measurement. This is a key of system troubleshooting strategies. So in the left side, we call system analysis. And the right side, we call comprehensive system scale. And there is a full system approach, holistic, hand-on mechatronic education, like this. This is first, students learn about the complexities of the system in a holistic fashion. So start at macro level, not micro level. Then focus on the system module, physical properties, component measurement, ability point to point malfunction, and this is a complete and called Hanslung's competence. This is a system approach, very different with a traditional approach. For example, we have a gear sorting line. For example, maybe in our school have a MAS, module assembly system. For example, we use a gear sorting line. The first is a complex system. So what does it do in this system? How does it work for complex system? How is the system broken into the module? And the complete system consists any module. Okay, we chose one module. This is a gear supply module. From the module, gear supply module, we can understand, we can study, we can learn what does the module do. Then, how does the module work? What happened in the module? Then, from the gear supply module, we choose common component. First, in the common gear module supply consists of storage pellets, then thread, shot, solenoid, gate, pneumatic cylinders, proximity sensor. And this is a component of a gear supply module. Gear presence sensor. Okay. If we have to choose a component in the subsystem, so we can use a mechatronic system like this. This is a subsystem, and you can break down from the subsystem like this small picture in the board. From here, the relay machine, you must break down to the chart in the board. Then we must select one component. So maybe select a solenoid. Okay, what happened? What can we do with a solenoid? Okay, characteristic. And the first, we must understand about characteristic and the sign function in the system. And this is a solenoid. Carrier module 2. Part present sensor. A solenoid or part present sensor. This is a sensor and solenoid. This is a object. Sure. Gate. There is a many component, and we can learn the characteristic and the sign function in the system. Gate, Okay. Next, what happened? Often this still characteristic and design function in the system. Solenoid, part sensor, cube, gate, part. Okay. Now the object come here in the module 2. Now we can learn cycle principle of the solenoids. This is a coil, plungers. How does the component function in general? Keep the module as in the contact. This is a stationary core, spring. This is a style of cycle principle of the coil on pneumatic. This is a really solenoid like this. Still, principle cycle principles. What are underlying cycle principle of the component? This is a spring. This is a coil. So we can learn in here. Can learn about voltage, current, magnetic field, force, and movement. There is a principal cycles in solenoid. So the characteristic we can learn how to use database, data sheets, internet, training material, and also book. Learn how to ask other professional. We can use many reference like this. We can use internet. It's very complete to find on the learning resource in internet. The characteristic solenoid coil type may be AC or DC, power consumption, voltage specification, voltage ring, duty cycle, solenoid lights, solenoid operation, possible enhancement, and the next step is we must understand the sources of the errors. We have choose a solenoid, so we must understand the sources of the error of solenoids. The first, what are the limits of components? What are the possible causes of malfunction in this component? Maybe broken wire, coil shorted, plunger not movable, that is a mechanical problem. Broken spring, also mechanical problem, like this. So, and the right side, we have tracing how to trace on the signal flow measurements. Learning step, how to identify the malfunction, how to measure, theory, simulation, and maybe in real system. Real system use a method to measure real pin to pin. Troubleshooting strategies, learning step, developing strategies to find out the malfunction in the system, not only in this component. Remember, for troubleshooting strategies, we must use complex system, not only in this one component or single component. Short and clear description the problem. This is every student, everyone have capable make a short and clear description about the problem in the system. Gear, prisons, is or on the prison gear detects. Does the sensor send a signal to PLC? Is a voltage applied to PLC output? It's voltage applied to the solenoid. This is This is a sample troubleshooting example. A situation, a gear not present in the gate, but the gate not open. What happened in this situation? This is a complex system, not only a single component. Is the present gear detected by sensor? The sensor is triggered, light of the sensor will on, like this. Okay. The next, does the sensor send a signal to the PLC? Status, we can check status indicator in the PLC input must on if the sensor send a signal to PLC. Then situation, troubleshooting example 2. A gear is present at the gate, but the gate does not open. Is the PLC output set to open gate? We can look at the indicator of PLC output module, on or off. In here. Okay. Then is the voltage applied on the solenoid? We can measure in here the voltage A1 to A2 like this. A1 to A2 is 0 volt. This is not okay. Must 24 volt. Then what happened? What we must do if we find this malfunction? Check cable between PLC output and solenoid. Then after this complex study, we must to return to the complex system. So we can learn about where does the component appear elsewhere in the entire system, like this. This is a solenoid. What is its function or purpose to its location in the machine? Then knowledge transfer to the other system. This is a vessel processing station testing solenoid. In my school have MPS, modular production system from Festo. So this is a simple test question like this. There are 2 points with 2 answers are correct. So if we make this question, not only one answer is correct, but we can also make 2 answers are correct with a different point. So we can back to system approach looping. This is a system mechatronic system, complex system, just module, then application of component in the system, characteristic and design function in the system, cycle principles, characteristics, limit values, sources of errors, what is the cause malfunction in the system, how to trace the signal flow measurement, and how we find strategies to find troubleshooting. And we return to the complex system and then choose the other module. And we will start in here for the other module. Like this. This is me in the first week. My partner from China, and this is from Ireland. This is a module. This is still in the first week, and this is from China, and this is from Canada, Ireland, and me. From the system, we will make a little picture, same like this, small picture, make a part, all of part in this system will be thrown in the board. Like this, though we can learn, we can explain every component in the module in the board like this. What is the function and so on? What is the characteristic? How to work and so on. Yeah, and we must explain to the other. This is in the lab, and we will. I think enough for the day. This is a system approach. So in system approach, we learn from the complex system, divide into many modules, just one module, and so on. Not a traditional approach, we learn with a small part, and we go to the complex system. This is a divorce. In the mechatronic system, in the system approach, we learn from the complex system, and then we must divide in the subsystem. I think enough, and thank you very much, Mr. Faron, Mr. Kat, and Mr. Indra. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zaman, for your technical presentation about the topic. It's very interesting, I think, for the technical learner. And it is good that Mr. Zaman is so kind that he can allow us to share the slide presentation of PPT to participants at the end of the webinar. So if you want to get the PPT, I will send you to your email. Mr. Zaman, he's kind to allow us to share it. And now if you have any question, participant from the floor, you can ask Mr. Zaman.
Mr. Sharon, I have idea.
Yeah.
Of a question or participation, they can write in chat, and then we will collect and we will share to all members.
That's good idea, brother Saman. So participant, you can write your question in chat if you are not available to talk or you want to share your comment or suggestion. You can write down in chat room on the right side. Then we will collect your suggestion or question to respond. So we will take note for your question or suggestion. Then thank you very much again, Mr. Zaman, for your good sharing this important, interesting topic to our school network, SEAMEO family. I think this could be the new knowledge for participant mechatronic system certificate, which is shared by Mr. Zaman. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I move to the next topic.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Zaman. So now I move to the next topic. May I invite our speaker from College Vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia. They will present on the topic incorporating green environment in inventing smart. Sorry. Let me share screen first. In SEAMEO. Everyone, can you see the slide I share? This will be presented by our speaker, Ms. Ani Siapinas Biti Arifin, Ms. Yukeswari, and Ms. Noha Yati. I would like to invite our speaker from College Vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia. Please, Miss Ani, are you with me? Let me
Yes, here.
introduce Miss Annie
Yes,
to
we are
all of
ready.
you. Miss Annie is the lecturer of English at College Vocational Sungai Buloh. She has 20 years of teaching experience in secondary school and vocational college. She has taught KGSM English, language, English for science, technology, English for communication, and English for specific purpose, and also general English. She has done 14 years of admin job experience in handling international and public relations affairs, moderator, translator. Recently, Annie completed master degree in translation study in 2019 in USM. She also worked as a technical vocational education training division assistant director TWAIT Policy Planning Unit. He used to have experience in handling international TWAIT strategy planning and partnership, such as SEAMEO, CTWAIT, UNICEF, APEC, UNESCO, and in handling parliament affairs concerning TWAIT. So that's very good that Annie can become our webinar presenter. She has a very good profile. And we will have presenter Miss Yukesh Wari. Miss Yukesh Ravi, are you with me here?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
here.
yes, thank you. She's a teacher of technical and vocational education at College Vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia. Since 2012, she's the subject matter expert in welding technology. She has skill qualification level 3 in vocational training operation and various awards and achievement both local and international and won publication in Malaysian journal. Yogesh received her Bachelor of Technical Education from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia in 2008. She is a member of Malaysian Board of Technology, who is the current graduate technology in manufacturing and industrial technology. Thank you, Ms. Yogesh Wari for presenting in the webinar. And also we have another member, a presentation member from Malaysia, Ms. Nohayati binti Abu Hassan is the teacher of technical and vocational education at College Vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia. She is also the subject matter expert in welding technology. She received bachelor degree of technical vocational education from University of Tun Hussein on Malaysia. 2009. And she also has a master degree in technical and vocational education from the same university in 2017. She gained process, timbalan, Abgas, Kepingan Loga, and vocational education and training level 3. She also received good award from International Competition for Educational Innovation and Research in 2020. Self-efficiency, self-esteem, and work stress among vocational teacher graduate research in education seminar in 2015. Yati became the teacher at Sheikh Agama Man Based Tari. So thank you, Miss No Hajati, for joining with us today. So may I invite Miss Ali to present about the introduction to college vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia. Miss Yani, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you. Hello and a pleasant morning to everyone. Today, I am very honored, my colleagues and I, that we have the opportunity to participate in this program. And today, we are going to share with you about our invention. It is actually a collaboration work between the lecturers and the students of the welding technology department. Okay, the invention is called direct current smart electrode crushing machine. First, I am going to talk briefly about the introduction of our college, and then my colleagues will further explain about the product. Okay. Can you see the slides, the screen that we are sharing now?
Yeah, we can see. We can
All
see.
right. Okay. So basically, Sungai Buloh Vocational College offers various programs to provide access of quality TVET education as an alternative pathway to students who are more inclined to skills and hands-on learning at certificate and diploma level. And these programs are accredited by the Malaysian Qualification Agency and also Department of Skills Development.
Sekejap je ni. Interrupt.
The college targets to produce skilled and semi-skilled workers that meet industry requirements and to produce job creators who specialize are based on industrial innovation and entrepreneurship. So the outcome of our college would be 70% of the graduates would join the workforce as skilled workers upon graduation. The remaining 20% of the graduates will further their studies and another 10% will become young entrepreneurs or the job creators. And these are the board of administration. The director of the college is Encik Ahmad bin Abdul Razak. And then the deputy director for the academic is Puan Badariah binti Ahmad. Deputy Director of Student Affairs, Encik Rosli bin Shafi'i, and Encik Sharudin bin Basri as the head of quality control. Basically, the college offers 9 programs. Okay, you can see the programs as listed. Okay, today, as we strive towards IR 4.0, there is a need to broaden TVET from the narrow task of only providing training for industry-specific and occupation-specific skills to the broader tasks, such as of equipping the future workforce with lifelong learning skills and problem-solving skills. Work hand in hand to explore various possible ideas and methods to create the new inventions. Thus, they come out with the new invention of a smart direct current electrode crushing machine by incorporating the green environment in its invention. So without any further ado, I will hand on the floor to my colleague to further explain about the product.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining our session today. We are delighted to have this opportunity to share knowledge on our topic, incorporating green environment in inventing DC Smart ECM. I am Madam Nurhayati binti Abu Hassan, Welding Technology Lecturer at Sungai Buloh Vocational College, together with my partner, Madam Yogeswari Subramaniam, will explain about our innovation and project. Welding Technology Program is one of the courses offered in Vocational College Sungai Buloh. The goal of this program is to produce welding technological assistants who are willing to participate in the job market, to be a competitive entrepreneurs and able to further their study to a higher level. What is welding? Welding is a fabrication process whereby 2 or more parts are fused together by means of heat, pressure or both, forming a joint as the parts fold. It is a process for permanently joining metals together using an electric arc to make a filler metal into the original metal. The completed welded joint may be referred to as a weldment. There are 4 main types of welding process, which is gas metal arc welding, gas tungsten arc welding, sheeted metal arc welding, and flux core arc welding. My explanation today will focus more on SEAMEO process. Shielded metal arc welding, Also known as stick welding or manual metal arc welding, is a welding technique that can be used on all ferrous materials in all welding positions. SEAMEO process use a metallic consumable electrode of a proper composition for generating arc between itself and the parent workpiece. The molten electrode metal fills the weld gaps and joins the workpiece. A flux-coated electrode, which is a metal stick in an electrode holder, is connected to a power source and touch the base metal to produce the weld. SEAMEO equipment consists of the following. SEAMEO process setup consists of the following equipment, which is a welding machine, welding leads, electrode holder, ground clamp, and the most important is welding electrode. Electrode is used to conduct current to a workpiece to fuse two pieces of metal together. Electrode rods consist of a core wire with an external coating containing mixture of substance such as chemical, minerals, and iron powder. They are made in range of core diameter, with each diameter being intended for a particular current range. Depending upon the process, the electrode is either consumable, in the case of sheeted metal arc welding, or non-consumable, such as in gas tungsten arc welding. Welding activities produce many types of waste and byproducts, such as scrap metal, welding electrode, grinding discs, welding dust, and powder that may contain various hazardous metal oxide. Additionally, hazardous byproduct and waste may also present in terms of atmospheric emission, such as volatile organic compounds, fumes, metal oxide vapor, and acid or alkaline vapors. These facts are highlighting the importance of proper waste management in vocational college welding workshop. It is extremely important to ensure proper waste management being carried out to reduce its potential environmental negative impact. Previous research done by Jimmy, Setu Prakash, and Siti Eshah in 2014 in 6 vocational colleges, which offer welding technology program in the central zone of Peninsular Malaysia, indicates that major components of welding waste include scrap metal, used welding electrode, grinding discs, and metal dust. These data are important in determining the dimensions of solid waste management in vocational institutions. The most common factor of electrode wastage in vocational college is due to improper electrode usage. Students tend to discard the electrode that has been previously used and grab a new electrode to avoid defect on their weldment. In Malaysia, metal and metal bearing waste were classified as scheduled waste and require management according to the specified regulation in Environmental Quality Schedule Waste Regulation 2005. The waste minimization and disposal strategy resulted in improved environmental performance and conservation of materials. Welding electrode contains aluminum oxide, silicon carbide, zirconium oxide, manganese compound, and zinc compound. These metals are considered as environmental pollutant with significant consequences when polluting the physical environment and interact with the biological component in the environment. With a proper waste management, its recovery and disposal will be much more efficient. From here, we decided to invent a machine that can help to solve this problem. The machine is called DC Smart ECM. To explain more about what is the purpose of this machine, how the machine works, and the effectiveness, I would like to pass this presentation to my partner, Madam Yogeswari Subramaniam.
Hello and good morning, everyone. I'm Yogiswari Subramaniam from Welding Technology Program. Would like to present our project, which has been especially designed to solve the problem of excess electrodes after being used for welding and also to destroy damaged electrodes. This DC Smart ECM or DC Smart Electrode Crushing Machine is an electrode crushing machine that designed to detach electrode core wire and its coating. This project has won Certificate of Best Achievement in National Teaching and Learning Conference 2020 with article titled Reka Bentuk Smart ECM di Bengkel Teknologi Kimpalan College Vocational Sungai Buloh. Electrode Management. In welding technology workshop, the electrode is commonly used as one of the main material to connect two pieces of metal. The electrode is a melt-coated metal wire. It consists of various types depending on the type of metal and the content of the electrode coating. There are many factors in choosing the right electrode for welding. Factors that you must consider before selecting welding electrodes are: first, the electrode rod should have greater tensile strength than the parametals. Second, you have to consider joint design, shape, specification of base metal and welding position. Electrode for shielded metal arc welding are consumable and form part of the weld. Electrode selection is critical to minimize cleaning work, obtains connection strength, quality molding, and minimal spaces. The electrode should be stored in a room free from moisture and removed carefully to prevent them from being damaged. The conventional method of separating the electrode coating and the core wire requires a lot of time and energy, causing the electrode to be idle and littered in the workshop, causing the workshop to be in the dirty state. Students will throw the electrode just like that after use. This situation occurs because the unused electrodes are not a priority to scrap metal company. To overcome this problem, students are asked to knock out unused or damaged electrodes. However, this method takes a lot of time and energy. Right. This is an example we can find in the welding technology workshop. That the electrode to be either and literate. From the problem encountered, we have produced a new machine to separate the electrode coating from the core wire. Among the objectives we emphasize are to design and build DC Smart ECM in Sungai Buloh Vocational College Welding Workshop. Second, we want to minimize energy and time in electrode coating separating process and want to create a clean and conducive working environment. Methodology. Okay, for methodology, a few steps we have taken to produce this machine. First, we did some observation at the Vocational College Welding Technology Workshop to get information. We also use the website as the main source in finding information and ideas in producing DC Smart ECM. Through website, we obtain information through company that sells product that use same concept of crushing or segregation, such as tire crusher machine, paper shredding machine, sugarcane machine. Then we distribute the questionnaires to get ideas and concept to improve the production. And finally, we conducted an interview with a few students to find out the problem we encountered during the process of separation the electrode coating from the core wire. Okay, this is our DC Smart ECM. Based on the observation and highlights of the study, we finally decide to produce DC Smart ECM in order to solve the waste management problems and that arise in the welding technology workshop.
This is my ECM worked perfectly and has been used by students and lecturers at the Sungai Buloh Vocational College to facilitate the separation of the electrode coating from the core wire. Of this is my ECM. This is my ECM is designed with certain characteristics to ensure that the product is safe and user-friendly. Among the features are built using mild steel because this material is highly durable and weathable. It is also ensure the durability and the toughness to withstand the load force applied to this machine during the work process. Second, operated using motor batteries to reduce electricity consumption and to ensure the machine is portability. Third, uses chain and sprocket to transmit the motion and force from the motor system to move the roller of the machine. Okay, here's some finding that comparison between manual method and the DC Smart ECM. Before we inventing the DC Smart ECM, we're using the manual method, whereas we are knocking with the hammer, which is separate the core wire and is a coating. The problem we encounter is we need require a lot of manpower. It take a long time, about 30 seconds for one electrode. Do not use the power supply and not safe. With the DC Smart ECM, it does not require much manpower. It only takes less than 5 seconds to complete the process for one electrode. Uses DC power supply, safe and easy to operate, portable, roller can be adjusted according to the size of the electrode. From this, we can see that the DC Smart ECM is safer to use than the manual method. Effectiveness of Smart ECM in terms of time saving. The test run was carried out on the different number of electrodes. Example, the electrodes were inserted in stage from 1, 3, and 5 rods. The time was recorded according to the implementation method consisting of 1 to 5 electrode users to separate the electrode coating from its core wire. The following table is the finding of the study. This show that the least isolation time of using DC Smart ECM is 5 seconds, while the manual method shows the highest usage time is 30 seconds. In conclusion, the electrode coating separating process using DC Smart ECM is most practical and time-saving. This finding indicate that this project objective to save the separation time of the electrode coating from the core wire have been achieved. Limitation and scope of DC Smart ECM. DC Smart ECM is designed to detach the electrode coating from its core wire. DC Smart ECM can detach with maximum 5 pieces of electrode at the same time. DC Smart ECM is for the usage of at Sungai Buloh Vocational College welding workshop. And finally, DC Smart ECM can be operated by referring the SOP provided. Implication and significance of DC Smart ECM to lecturer. The importance to lecturer is in terms of the cleanliness of the workshop. Excess or wasted electrode can be sold and the cleanliness of the workshop is maintained. Furthermore, the DC Smart ECM wasted electrode core wire can be sold to the scrap metal company. Significant student is the process is time efficient whereby students no longer operate manually in separating the electrode coating from the electrode core wire. In addition, the DC Smart ECM is safe compared to conventional method. It's reduced the risk of dealing the. Okay, now let's watch this video.
Sorry, we cannot hear the sound.
Oh, cannot hear the sound. Ada suara tak? Dengar suara dia tak? Ada sound tak video ni? Okey, cuba buka dekat chatting. Buka dekat chatting. Mana ada chatting dia tak? Okey, nak tanya dah.
Very you can share with your computer sound. So we cannot hear the sound.
Can you hear the sound?
Can you hear the sound of the video?
We cannot hear the sound. Sorry. Can you?
Okay, we will try again.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay. Ataupun tak payah besar. So cikgu yang masuk tu sharing lagi lah kan? Dekat mana? Dekat setting untuk tu ni sound dah benar. Okay. Ada video. Cek share lagi. Okay. Ada sound.
Lagu. Sebelah sana. Lagu je tak dengar.
Lagu tadi bunyi. Kita buat sedap. Kita boleh tu. Tapi itu dia cakap dia tak boleh kan? Mungkin.
Para sebagai negeri bangsa nakatuwa
Aku external itu letak dekat PC. Dengar tak? Dengar. Slow.
Silakan.
Tanpa nama jasper kat sana. Akan tak payah ni. Susah dia pakai sekali punya dia. Kita pakai.
Yogeshwari, please unmute. Please unmute. We cannot hear you.
Thank you to bear with us, and we hope that this will inspire others to experiment and explore creativities in inventing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have very good team, Miss Annie, Miss Yogeshwari, and also Miss Nohayati. And also taking this opportunity, I would like to say thank you to Miss Intan for your good coordination to invite your team member to share in this network on this topic. It's very interesting and very important for our network. Thank you very much, Ms. Intan and your team. So,
You're welcome.
ladies and gentlemen, may I move to the next, the last topic. Our presenter from Philippines, Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia is the principal one of Mana High School Legal City Division. Miss Cynthia, are you with me? Hello.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
I am afraid you are not with me.
I'm with you all the time.
Yeah, nice to see you here. So, Miss Cynthia is the principal one of Mana High School Legal City Division. Mana High School is a coastal school where most of the students belong to poor families. 15 men, so Philippines is a tropical country. Constant change in climate change and weather system affect the livelihood. Sometimes result to our supply to feed our fish production. So the oversupply of this fish species, Madam High School, then and teacher conducted experimental descriptive research to maximize the benefit gained from this school as well as to prevent wasting the production. Let me highlight the short biography of Miss Cynthia. we last see the currently serve as the secondary school principal one of Manan High School located in Titia Sabang, Barangay Manan, Philippines. He is also the part-time college instructor of the Legal Community College in Legal City. She is a graduate Master of Art in Education, in Administration and Supervision. Also, she got a bachelor degree in secondary education with in English as a field of specialization. As a school head, she has already attended numerous trainings which help her to enrich and develop her management and leadership. First, during the school head program in 2015, sorry, okay. She was the former teacher of Vivo Regional Science High School, which is one of the best schools in the City Division. And in competitive by nature, she was about to win several prestigious awards from different institutions such as Winsor Level Outstanding Teacher, also Outstanding School Paper Advisor of the Philippines. So thank you very much, Ms. Cynthia, for your contribution to this network and by sharing the presentation on the topic food processing practice in your school. So Miss Cynthia, the floor is yours. Can you say something first and then you can uh, play your video? Miss Cynthia.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Cynthia Sir, the principal of Mount Non High School from Ligaw City Division. My presentation is already recorded. It will just be played from the SEAMEO Center. Please go on, sir.
Thank you, Cynthia. I will play your video. A moment, please.
While we are waiting, I would like to thank my technical assistance team here, headed by Mr. Randy Brace of Bicol Regional Science High School, Mr. Joseph Morco, Mr. Clinton Tangin of our school, Maunan High School, and through the assistance of our senior high school coordinator, Miss Mary Grace Sapo. I also would like to thank the support of my friends here. Okay, let's start the video presentation.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the virtually lessons learned sharing among
Yeah.
Vocational Technical High School Network members.
Everyone, can you hear the sound?
Mabuhay! Greetings from the land where you can see the majestic view of our pride, the Mayon volcano of Albay, Philippines. Our topic is about food processing practices in school, specifically food processing. Our presenter for today is none other than yours truly, Cynthia B. Listen, the principal one of Mount High School, Division of Ligaw City, Philippines. Mount High School is a coastal public secondary school with government grade number 12, series of 2015, offering grade 7 to 10 junior high school and grade 11 to 12 senior high school under the Technical Vocational Livelihood or TVL track, while Agri-Fishery Arts is the strand with food or fish processing as the area of specialization.
let me introduce to you our school. Here it is. This is the facade or front area of our school, the Maunon High School. With limited fund, facilities, and other resources, Maunon High School still managed to implement programs and projects on K-12 curriculum, thus creating graduates who are equipped with required knowledge and skills on food processing. This is the interior view of Maunon High School. As you can see, we are just a medium school with 357 enrollees for this school year. The objectives of this sharing is to share the school's practices on food processing, to impart schools' future plans on food processing program, and to present a glimpse of the research conducted by the teachers and students on food processing. The expected outcomes after this conference is school programs, projects, and activities were virtually shared among the participants who, in return, have shown better understanding
Schools' achievement and performances.
in terms of curriculum implementation concerning food processing practices. Let us now proceed to the contents of our discussion. The first subtopic is the school's practices in food processing under students' development. For practicum, our school conducted quarterly practicum to our student to check the level of acquired skills and identify the need for improvement. As for the livelihood of our students, the students use their skills to earn a living and to help their families' daily needs. Okay, here is the picture that shows the setting, preparation of materials and ingredients to be used by the students during the practicum. The onset at my back is a photo showing a student using an improvised smokehouse made of barrel due to the absence of actual standard smokehouse in our school. These were the actual practicum of our students, where the teacher closely supervises and instructs the students for proper demonstration of food processing practices. Next is the students' development under work immersion. Work immersion is given to our grade 12 students before they can finally graduate from senior high school. The school coordinates with the provincial government to accommodate students with their facilities and personnel who are capable of training and assessing our students, while the school spends for the transportation and accommodation expenses of the students. These were our students during their work immersion. As you can see, they were wearing proper outfit for the demonstration of their acquired knowledge and skills in food processing. Still, under students' development, we also have the trainings and trade fairs. Students were constantly sent to different trainings and trade fairs to enrich their experiences, to give them possibility of future job opportunities, and to expose them with the reality of this competitive world. The pictures show our senior high school students attending the Regional Food and Travel Expo in 2 consecutive years, in 2018 and in 2019. But in 2020, we were not able to hold the RIFTEX because of the pandemic. The next subtopic is the community linkages and networking. Establishing harmonious relationships with the community is a win-win situation. The constituents of the barangay help us identify oversupply of local products or produce which is used by the students in their food processing activities. Some examples of their food preservation outputs were pickled sayote, mango jam, cocoa vinegar, tinapa or smoked fish, chicken tocino, pork longanisa, and more. These are the actual products produced by our students. So in the picture, you can see the mango jam, the sayote pickles, the pork longanisa, and at my back is the cocoa vinegar. Still under community linkages and networking, the students' finished products were then sold to the community or sometimes were also displayed in booth during off-campus activities and being bought by local tourists. Okay, this was our school display booth where the locally made products by our students were promoted and sold to the customers. For our third subtopic, it's about the higher education opportunities. One exit for our senior high school students is enrollment in higher education institution. However, due to poverty, not much of them were able to continue their studies in college. The school then created an opportunity for possibility of college enrollment at minimum expenses by coordinating with our local community college to give them the priority for enrollment. Specifically, Ligao Community College sends its personnel to go to our school to conduct free college entrance exam to all our grade 12 students, instead of having our students go to the college campus in taking the exam, which will cost them enough amount for their family's daily expenses. The school also coordinates with the Ligao Community College for the possibility of putting up an extension or annex campus in the coastal area. Aside from coordinating with the Ligao Community College, career guidance orientation was also conducted in our school when we invite nearby higher education institutions to discuss their campus offerings and to let our students decide where to enroll if ever they will have the opportunity and capability to do so. The picture shows our students in their professional attire during the career festival held in our school as part of our career guidance program. In this picture, this was our search for Mr. and Miss Professions, where students smartly display their wits and talents while portraying their desired future careers. Aside from those mentioned, we also have other activities. There is a saying that all works and no play makes Juan a dull boy. That is why, to let our students show off their talents and skills, Maunan High School also joined in different activities outside the school. One of which is the Ligao Pastores, where we won second place for best in street dance and third place for best in stage presentation. These are our senior high school students who joined a religious competition in our city, the Ligao Pastores. Aside from the students, even teachers and the principal herself were also active in joining extracurricular activities such as a street dance competition when we bagged the championship award from the competition. The picture shows our winning pose, while the second one shows the winning smile of the principal. And that's me, by the way. Okay, as for the future plans, that includes the new normal. The first one is our future plans for work immersion. This school year, home-based immersion will be implemented to our grade 12 students to be able to comply with the curriculum requirements because DepEd or the Department of Education strictly applies the no face-to-face policy. The following will be the school's plan to assist the students in coping up with the changes. The first one is procure additional materials and equipment needed by the students and let the parents borrow it and bring it home for their child to be used for the immersion. Next, the teacher will prepare a video lesson showing the process and proper way of accomplishing the food processing procedure. The video lesson will then be saved to USB flash drives to be sent to the students. The teacher will prepare the daily schedule of students to complete the 10-day immersion period, which is equivalent to 80-hour practicum. Next plan is the putting up of Pasalubong Center. Pasalubong Center is the takeaway store where we can buy products as our presents after going somewhere else. So putting up a takeaway store for our students' finished product is one of our future plans. In fact, one of our stakeholders has already agreed to spare a vacant space in her convenience store where we can display our products so the local tourists can drop by and buy our products as presents after enjoying the beaches and views in our coasts. Aside from the future plans, the school has also conducted a research. Maonan High School is a coastal school where most of the students belong to poor families with fishing as their main source of income. Philippines is a tropical country, so constant change in local climate and weather system affects the livelihood of the residents, which sometimes results to seasonal oversupply of fish produce. One of the most common fish being produced in Maonon is the threadfin brim, locally known as bisugo. Due to the oversupply of this fish species, Maonon High School students and teachers conducted an experimental descriptive research to maximize the benefits gained from bisugo as well as to prevent wasting the produce. The research conducted was entitled Pagproseso ng Bisugo upang maging fish burger patty at paggamit ng malunggay powder bilang pampalasa. Pardon me, but I have to translate the text because it was locally written in our language. So in English, the research title is Bisugo Processing as Fish Burger Patty with Malunggay Powder as Flavoring. The background of the study: Filipinos love food and burger is one of their favorites because of the popularity of American products in the Philippines. Based from a local study conducted in Ligao City, approximately 82,500 burgers are consumed monthly by three food outlets alone, not inclusive of the biggest fast food stores in the city. Too much burger can cause obesity and other illnesses because of the processed meat and other artificial flavors or ingredients such as sodium, saturated fat, trans fat, and cholesterol containing the food product. The setting of the study was in Sitio Sabang, Mountnon, Ligao City, Philippines, because of its demographic location as a coastal barangay. It is also where the school, Mountnon High School, is located. The research problem or objective is to process bisugo as fish burger patty and to use malunggay powder as flavoring. The main ingredients were: number one, threadfin bream, locally known as bisugo. It is rich in potassium, iron, zinc. It is also a good source of low-fat protein, which is perfect for weight loss plan. It also contains omega-3 for eye and brain development. It helps fight heart disease, stroke, cancer, asthma, high blood pressure, arthritis, and kidney disorder. Another main ingredient is malunggay. It is botanically known as Moringa oleifera. It is a green leafy vegetable commonly found in tropical countries like the Philippines. Malunggay is rich in vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, iron, minerals, and protein. It also helps fight scurvy, catarrhal disease, high blood pressure, anemia, and malnutrition. The methodology used was experimental and descriptive. The instrument used was a survey questionnaire with 5-point Likert scale focusing on palatability or taste, the aroma, and appearance. Respondents were composed of three groups: 9 to 12 years old, 15 to 18 years old, and 22 years old onwards. After conducting the research and experiment, the conclusions and findings were: number one, fish burger patty can be used as an alternative to meat burger patty. Number two, lots of nutritional as well as livelihood benefits can be gained from fish burger patty. Number three, the cost of processing fish burger patty is less expensive compared to meat burger patty. And number four, fish burger patty gained high approval rating in terms of palatability, aroma, and appearance as a result of the survey. Regarding the research conducted, the plan of action of Maunon High School is supply the school canteen with fish burger as alternative to the meat burger being served to the students. Of course, that will be realized when there will be if there will be face-to-face classes. As for now, it's only a plan. Number two, offer the fish burger patty to other food outlet as a possible means of income for our students. Of course, that's also in the future. Okay, that's all. Now let's end this activity with an interactive activity, the nursery rhyme. I hope you are all familiar with this.
Unmute.
Now, each one of us has always a
Video and
child within us.
unmute.
No matter how young or
Basta.
old we are,
Magrinig.
this time let us think and act as a child. So, what are we going to do? Let us all together read aloud the nursery rhyme. I hope all of us here are familiar with this. Now you have to switch on your microphone and your camera so we can see each other.
On.
Cynthia, thank you very much. It's a good video, a good comparison. So can you say put a or additional point if you like, please? Cynthia, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you loud and clear.
You
Okay, so thank you very much, sir, for playing my video. I hope you learned something from what I have discussed. So thank you for the participants, especially those who are from the Philippines. And of course, from the other countries as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, Ms. Cynthia, for your good sharing on food processing. It is like a kind of you want to relax while your presentation is going on. Interesting idea. So anyway, our respective participants from the floor, you have some suggestion or comment or any question, please let Cynthia can respond. I think if you or you want to say something, the participant, please. I just wonder, our webinar is always quiet from our participants. Or if you want to write something in the chat room, please. Just
Yes, I'm ready to answer the questions related to my topic.
yeah.
Please do not ask for my age. It's out of the topic.
The first and the second topic is about technical knowledge, but the third topic is about agriculture. Is like you are driving us to the food store. Anyone who has any comment or suggestion, please. So if no any comment or suggestion, I would like, it's my turn to wrap up the session today. So thank you very much, Cynthia, for this great opportunity from your school and your colleagues to share interesting topic to our network. Your topic is interesting and important, especially for those who are the food production learner, teacher. And it is that good that Miss Cynthia and our previous presenter, the team from Malaysia, Miss Intan, they are so kind to share the slide and the video, the presentation to participants. So I will upload or send to email of the participant after the webinar. Thank you very much. So it's my turn to summarize the webinar for your report or for your information. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
You are welcome. So our presenter today has shared some critical idea to the webinar. I would like to summarize some points from our three presentations from three schools who are the active and very responsive vocational technical network members. From the topic number one, thank you very much again, Ms. Salmon, from the SMTI Yogyakarta, Indonesia, vocational Indonesia. He shared about the mechatronic system certificate. From his topic, Mr. Saman has shared a lot, especially on some important outline. I'm not the technical learner, so I just summarize some important outline that he shared to the webinar. He shared the level 1 job profile by explaining the fact and the traditional approach of mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science. And then he shared about the system approach, which is the mechatronic system. And in addition, he also raised about the system analysis, which is about the module, application, or component in the system, also system characteristic and design function in the system, and physical principle characteristic, limit value, and source of error. Especially he share the peer sorting line, peer supply, module, common component as a teaching example. Also tracing signal flow measurement, troubleshooting strategy, knowledge transfer to the system, and so on. So many some important point that I think should be applicable for the learner. And if you want to get his slide, you can read more and for your knowledge in detail. And you also can contact him. I think he's open to support it. But he knows that the system is a little bit expensive in Southeast Asian country because its cost is so high to set up the system. And also we have a very good presentation from our SEAMEO family from Malaysia. They present on the incorporating green environment in inventing smart EMC machine. We have 3 speakers from Gulai Vocational Vocational Sungai Buloh, Malaysia, Miss Ani, Miss Yogeshwari, and Miss Nohayati. They have shared, firstly, they share about their school information by Miss Ani, with she mentioned about the a good management team and also academic curriculum, as I noted. College Vocational Sungai Buloh has a training program on automotive, welding, industrial machining, industrial machine, electrical, electronic technology, air conditioning, and also accounting as a TVET training program. And from the topic, they have mentioned about the welding technology that is interesting. It's about AW process, shielded metal welding. It's a stick welding or manual metal welding. AW equipment, electrode welding, electrode waste management, and they share about the DC smart electrode crushing management project. It's called DC Smart ECM, which is the research project conducted by their college. From the project, we have learned about the characteristic of DC Smart ECM. I think it is useful for ensuring the safety and friendliness for user. And also this help compare the manual method and DC Smart ECM, and also the effectiveness of the DC Smart ECM in terms of time saving. Finally, they say about the DC Smart ECM is important and applicable for lecturer to maintain cleanliness and organization in the workshop. Waste electrode or wire can be sold to scrap metal company. And also it's good for students. The DC Smart ECM can allow the student not necessary to do the process of discharging electrode manually and reduce risk of dealing with hazard and dangerous and some other important point that I could not capture. And finally, they have shared the practical video also that I know is made by their student, I think, uh, from school. Thank you, Ms. Intan, for making this possible, and your strong team, Ms. Ami, Ms. Noor Hayati, and Yukeswari. Finally, we have a video presentation by our SEAMEO family from the Philippines, Ms. Cynthia from Manan National High School. She shared about the food processing in school. As I know this relaxing and interesting topic, she shares some important activity that practiced and supported by her school in food processing, such as student development, community linkage, and networking. Also, higher education opportunity for students in the food production major. And I know that from her presentation, Maonan School is helping her student by engaging the student with community and expand networking, especially where they have the poor student in her school to manage study course by connecting with local community college to get the enrollment priority for those students. And I know Cynthia is also a part-time lecturer in a local community college. Moreover, she also talked about her school extracurricular activities such as street dance competition and they back championship. They get championship award from the competition. Congratulations! At the end of her presentation, she raised about her school future plan for new normal after pandemic to ensure the learning accessibility and quality by encouraging teachers to prepare videos, lesson showing the process, proper way of accomplishing the food processing procedure, such as 10-day immersion obligation. If the participant can interested to learn what is the 10-day immersion obligation, you can talk to Cynthia. It's good for student practice after the pandemic, I think. I know this equivalent to 80-hour practice room of learning. Also, she has mentioned about the putting up of Plaza Lubong Center. It's been takeaway store for students and other some activity. And finally, she shared about the interesting research project. It's about in English. She mentioned in Philippine with translation in English. Bisugo processing as a fish burger patty with mulungai powder floury. If I mentioned wrong, please pardon me. So it's interesting research, and she also have shared some finding from this research. Conclusion, she said fish burger patty can be used as alternative to meat burger patty. Lot of nutrition as well as livelihood benefit can be gained from fish burger patty. The cost of processing fish burger patty is less expensive comparable to meat burger patty. Also, fish burger patty gain high approval rating in terms of uh, aroma, appearance, the result of the survey. This is interesting finding and a good conclusion that I can capture. So it's, I think it's the three topic of this today webinar is very interesting and applicable for different traits or major of the learners, especially teacher who want to learn from our presentation. You can get the slide at the end, and if you still have any question, please kindly feel free to send to our presenter. They are still with us, I think. So before going to move into the next agenda, just for your gentle reminder, our team will share with you the evaluation form of the today webinar for your certificate. Yeah, so we would like to invite all participants to check the chat room and click the evaluation form to answer some question, evaluate some question, and then you will get the certificate in your email automatically. If you do not get or receive today, you will get tomorrow, 20 hour from the system. So again, thank you very much, all respective participants, all honorable presenter from the school from Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia, who are the active and responsive network member. And so let's move to the closing session. I would like to invite Mr. Katprum Sojatra, who is the Deputy Director for Administration of the SEAMEO Regional Center for Technical Education Development, to deliver his closing remark. Mr. Katprum Sojatra, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, Mr. Sarun. Good morning, everyone. Now we reach the end of today's webinar. It is not the end, but it is not the end of our network activity. I'm thankful for the wonderful panels, presentation, moderator, and participants for being patient with us so far, that we can share, learn in this morning. My deep appreciation to Mr. Sharman, Senior Teacher of SMTI, Yogyakarta Vocational High School, Indonesia, Miss Ani Sayafinas, BT Arifin, Miss Yogeswari AP Subramanian, and Miss Nohayati Binti Abu Hassan from College Vocational Shanghai, Bulu, Malaysia, and Mrs. Cynthia Bielazer, Principal 1 of Manon National High School, the Philippines, for a fruitful presentation this morning. I would like to pay deep appreciation and gratitude to the above-mentioned school management, instructors, and facilitator for your efforts and time spent for rigorously coordinating and supporting this webinar. Your facilitation and support play a key catalyst in motivating your teacher and student to share their best practice proficiently and diligently. This is another one of our network achievements. We will have more webinar, online training programs, workshop, online school activity, and research projects for our members. After the pandemic, we plan to have some face-to-face activity together in the near future as well. Even vocational education enrollment is still low in our region recently, but to raise this up, school management, instructors, private sector, and stakeholders should involve and play a proactive role to enhance TVET recognition and appreciation from our graduates. I hope that today we learn a lot from our topics. The first, SAPW, SMSCP, Mechatronics System Certificate, SEAMEO, Mechatronic System Certification Program, SMSCP. The second, Incorporating Green Environment in Inventing Smart ECM. And the third, Food Processing Practice in School. These topics meet the needs of IO 4.0 and technological innovation in our region. It is one of Asian priorities for skill development to raise up the quantity and relevant training programs to meet the need of the labor market. An investment in human capital is disruptive in Asian region to boost economic growth. Today's training module will be useful for your application at your instructional work setting, and share that knowledge to your colleagues, peers, and students as part of social learning approach. I'm pleased to ask our speakers to invite other technical high school that you may know to join our network member so we get larger in our networks. And I'm pleased to inform all participants that SEAMEO will conduct regional research study to assess your teacher and school management for professional development possibility in the upcoming years. We will explore more opportunity of exchange programs and study visit from school to school among our network as well. Finally, I wish you are safe and healthy from the pandemic. I would like to close the webinar right now. Please join your lunch. Thank you.
Thank, thank you very much, Mr. Sochatra, for your insightful closing remark to our webinar. And Mr. Sochatra, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Mr. Sochatra joined with us from home. This opportunity, the COVID-19 in Cambodia is spreading. So it's good time and we have to be safe and healthy in the moment. So again, everyone, I just would like to send you my gentle reminder that link for evaluation form of the webinar is in chat room. So you can spend 1 minute to click and fill your evaluation form if you need the e-certificate. And also taking this opportunity, I would like to invite all of you to turn on your camera and join us the photo session again for our good memory. Please turn on your camera. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next group, please. We have 3 groups. 1, 2, 3. Next group. Okay. The third group, they don't turn on the camera. It's so sorry. Okay, so everyone, thank you very much. And at taking this opportunity for the school director or coordinator, I just would like to strongly suggest that we still need your school profile to upload in the website. So I saying for those school who already share with your school profile, but we still wait for the other member who are actively writing. So you can finish by this month, I think in April, and then you can submit to we need the full school profile of our network. And also we would like your kind connection or support to expand our network, to invite your friend or your school friend in your country to join this network for better and future collaboration. After pandemic, we will have some activity offline. So, and we need your good collaboration. So again, thank you very much for your participation today and your good collaboration for making this webinar successful and fruitful. And I'm so sorry on behalf of SEAMEO that if there is any unintentional mistake or technical problem, technical issue incurring during the webinar, and if our team cannot respond to you well, please let me know. Feel free to let me know in my WhatsApp. I think we have the WhatsApp group in the network, so you can feel free to communicate with each other as a SEAMEO family. So bye bye everyone. See you next international webinar. We will have international webinar will be presented by our network from Singapore, from Indonesia, from Cambodia, and also our friend from China and from Philippines. So on 21st we will have international webinar on TVET development strategy post-pandemic. So I hope you will share this information, and I will share you the poster a few days later. Thank you. Bye-bye. please fill your evaluation form on in the chat room. We still open it for 10 minutes more for your evaluation in the chat room. You can see. Okay,